Hello, hello. Hi, Cheryl. Hello. Got a few here. Give you a bit longer. And I'm just getting messages from Bronwyn. That's all right, Bronwyn. I'm just live. I'll chat to you afterwards. Hi, Michelle. Hello. Wait for a few more to get here. It's a nice. Oh! Just pricked myself with a pin. I have a pin stuck in this cushion. I can't get out. Leanne, well done. You've made it live. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Jane. Hi, Susan. Hi, Sue. Amanda, good evening. Andrea, hello. A few on YouTube, a few on Facebook. Hi, Catherine. I do get more. I get the notifications on YouTube. I don't get notifications of going live on Facebook. Well, maybe that's because I don't get notifications to myself. Maybe you would know because I'm probably logged in as that. Hi, Dale. Hi, Fiona. At work, Fiona. Hi, Sue. So we'll just give a few more chats to get on. How's the weather? Is it chilly? Hi, Rhonda, Karen, Gidget, hello, Dawn, Emmys. I think you might be new, Dawn. Are you new here? Different, unless you just changed your name. Trish, Wanda, you might be new here too. Hi, Anne. Hi, Marilyn. Christine, hello. Yeah. Hi, Karen. Jan, hello. When are you leaving? You must be just about getting ready to go too. Hi, Leanne. Am I seeing you next week, Leanne? Are you popping into AQC? Not at work. Oh, I start at 9 tonight. Okay. Kerry Lee. Is it Kerry Lee or Kerry? Janie, hello. Funniest PJs and Ugg boots. So it is cold. I know it's cold. I just took my puffer off because I had my puffer on, my puffer jacket, that is, Tasmanian tux. I'll wait in Sydney. No, the rain's finished here. Dawn, yes, new. Welcome. Oh, you're leaving Wednesday. I'm on the boat Tuesday night. Yeah, see how you go, Andrea. I don't know. We've been doing pretty well, but see how you go. If it doesn't work, switch to Facebook. Yeah, so I had my puffer on as I was getting my gin ready, and because of the big puffer sleeves, I had to reach in for a glass and broke 2 glasses because the big puffy jacket got it as I was reaching in. Hi, Janelle. You might be new too. It'll wander beautiful. Wonder beautiful where you are. Oh, that's good. Okay, Janie, see you at AQC. It's freezing here in West Gippsland. I know, it's cold. I'm so close to putting the heater on, but I've just had blankets on all day and my puffer while I'm working. You didn't get any rain, Catherine? We got a bit of rain a couple of days ago. Well, it was pretty solid overnight. I think it was about 25 mil where we are. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Steph. Hi, Vicky. You might be new from New Zealand. Oh, where on the Murray are you, Wanda? Sort of up Echuca way or a bit further down? Yeah, so I think, the last Easter was beautiful, though. We had beautiful weather all over Easter, so we can be grateful for that. And now I think autumn is well and truly here. It'll be daylight saving ends this weekend, and then it'll be winter before we know it. Hi, Jenny. 25 degrees. Where are you, Amanda? Somewhere nice and warm. Hi, Sharon. Easter was lovely. I had a day in the garden, a couple of days out for a drive in the sunshine, and a day of hot cross buns and family Easter egg hunts. Have you got rain predicted, Leanne, in Adelaide? I'm not quite sure. Hello, Carleen. Hi, Caroline. I think Matilda said it's getting a bit cooler in Adelaide now. Not quite so horrible. She did go down to Penola to Mum for Easter, and I think they had a 30-degree day for their granny Easter egg hunt. So all the chocolate melted by the time the grannies found it, but that was okay. Oh, Yarrawonga. Okay. Oh, okay. So right up on the border there. Nice, Amanda. Okay, so we've got a few here. Oh, none. Okay. I'm assuming the croppers probably want it. I don't know. I'd have to ask Tracy that. I'd say they'd be ready for it because they would have seeded, wouldn't they? Not quite sure there. Hi, Cheryl. Hi to Mum if you're watching. All right, so my gin. Oh, that's right. You've got Gather Round there. That was that this weekend, haven't you, Catherine? Yeah, well, you'll want fine weather to get good crowds for that, I suppose. Not too hot, not too cold. Pity about the crows in Geelong. Sorry about that, Catherine. Anyway, another one down. 3 out of 3 for us. Okay, so my gin of the week. I'm getting to the end of my stock of Tasmanian gins. I didn't realise I had so many, but I'll just have to go back to the beginning. Dry as a nun's in Geraldton. Yeah, I can imagine that, Jenny. Okay, I remember when I was there, it was pretty dry. So my gin of the week, and it's a tiny little bottle, so it actually comes in a set of 3. So it's McHenry's. It's another Tasmanian one, and this is the Christmas gin. The other ones in the box are a butterfly gin, which is the one that turns colour when you put it with tonic, but I don't drink tonic, so it's sort of a bit wasted on me, but it still tastes all right. And a slow gin, which isn't my favourite. Hi, Chris. Hi, Judy. Are you new, Judy? I think you might be new. Hi, Donna. Heather Jean, you might be new too, are you? Silent Pool gin is very nice. Haven't heard of that one. Obviously not Tasmanian. Haven't heard that one. Anyway, so this is a Christmas gin, and I assume it's meant to have some... The label is so small, I can't read it. So I can't read what the botanicals are meant to be, but I assume it was meant to be some sort of Christmassy cherry or cinnamon or something. But I can't really taste much flavour in it. Maybe I didn't have enough because that's 50 ml. So not even, I haven't even got a 30 ml nip, but I added a bit of lime. It's quite refreshing. It's quite nice, but I can't really taste any real flavour in it. So I don't think it'd be one that I would go back for, maybe at Christmas. Maybe you have it warm, like a mulled gin. I'm not quite sure. Hi, Mary. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Angela. Yeah, so McHenry's Christmas gin, another Tasmanian one. Nothing wrong with it, but it's not one that will stick in my memory, I don't think. Oh, okay, Judy. I'm, but not regularly. No, that's okay. Welcome back. Okay, so I haven't really got much to show you tonight. I mean, I've got actually nothing new to show you. I don't think I brought anything home to show you. But that's okay. I've got a couple of demos to show you. Ah, does it? Is that what the idea is? Oh, the gin has bubbles? Sparkles? Maybe that's... It does too. I can see it. Oh, Donna just said if I shine a light on... Oh, it does too. Right. So if I shine... I'm not going to be able to show you this, but if you shine a light on the gin, it's got like glitter in it. It's like sparkles, Christmas sparkles. I think even if I go on the overhead, you won't be able to see that. But that is really cool. Okay, that makes it a bit more special now, Donna. Thank you for letting me know that. It's a bit more special. Oh, well, that is a bit special. Okay, but I don't know when you would shine a light on it to see that. Hi, Barb. Not one of your favourites either. No, it's just so-so. It just has no real flavour, so it's fine. It's fine and it's refreshing, but I think you'd add lime or cucumber or something like that. Leanne, I've been drinking my Witch's Brew gin from New Norfolk from last year. It had black forest cake flavours. I haven't actually tried that one, Leanne, because I didn't get to go on that little gin tasting trip. Hi, Robin. So I haven't tasted that one. We actually wanted to go up to a brewery in New Norfolk over Easter, but it wasn't open. Well, it wasn't open on Sunday and Monday. Otherwise, I would have gone there and tried it. But we did go to the Cullington Mill distillery, and I didn't taste it, but it has the Poltergeist gins. They have 3 different ones there, and Brenda, who's not here, but she's a quilter and a customer friend here, her son is the distiller up there, so she was telling me all about it. So maybe I need to try some of that one next. I was a bit confused because I thought it was somewhere else. Blood orange from Fever Tree makes any gin taste good. Is that blood orange tonic though, Julia? Because I don't like gin. I don't like tonic. Yes, I know she was, Robin. Led you all astray, didn't she? But you didn't bring it up and share it with me. So I'll have to get there one day myself. Okay, so chatting away with all the comments there, sorry. So yes, I've got nothing to show you, but I've got demos to do because I've been madly getting still ready for AQC. Now you can see in the background my trip around the world. So I've done 4, 8, 9, 10, half a block down here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 6 blocks to go. 5 of them are half sewn, but not completely. And as always, with absolutely every project I do, I'm missing the 16th one. I'm positive I cut 16 grids. Absolutely positive. But I have looked everywhere and can't find it. So I'll just have to buckle down and cut and mark up another one to be able to finish it and see if I can get it finished to take. It won't be quilted, and there probably won't even be a pattern. And there's no kits. We've run out of time to cut kits yet. I'll see how I go because I still have to do step outs and all my presentation. I've been started that today. I've been procrastinating on that, my PowerPoint for the little education talk. Yes, Fiona, I know 2 of you were talking and chatting up the local policeman. I heard about that. Underneath the 15th? No, because I've already ironed all the things onto it. I've already ironed all the squares on. So, well, unless I've done a double layer, but it wouldn't have lined up exactly. I've got no idea where it's gone. The dog might have taken it. Maybe I just miscounted, but I'm sure I did it. Hi, Tina. I think you might be new here, unless you've changed your name and you're Tina that I know. Yeah, it is in a special place. So I guess one day I'll have to make a single block when I find it and it turns up. And the fabrics, Cheryl, I just cut all pinks and like minty greens. So in different values. So we've got, we started off with like the brightest pinks and then a medium pink, but sort of that peachy orangey pink, and then a really soft pink. And then I needed one more row. So I just put like a floral, green and pink floral there. And then we had the darker green and the lighter green. And then the backgrounds are all low volumes. So it's all just scrappy. And they're all low volumes, but they're the low volume with colour in it. So they've got, probably can't see from here, but yeah, they're low volume, but they've got a little bit of colour in it. They were the Zen Chic, what were they called? Not paper, because they were the coloured ones. But anyway, a lot of those and a few others put in. So it's designed to be scrappy. You just need 2-inch strips and you just collect it in colourways, and then you can make various different designs. So if I get time, I'll cut some skinny quarters and just take a basket of them if anyone wants to start collecting, and whip up a quick step-by-step pattern that won't be finished with a photo, or we can just get it later. But anyway, I wanted to get it done just to show the grid piecing. Yeah, I certainly will, Jane. It's somewhere. As soon as I cut another one, I'll find it. But anyway, that's why I haven't got the last one done. Yeah, so that's my grid quilting work for the week. And tonight, men in New Norfolk don't wear undies. Perhaps they don't. Well, they just weren't going to show you, Fiona. All right, so 2 things I'm demoing tonight. The first one is another project that I needed to get finished for AQC. Not like I haven't got time to spare. And I actually I think I started demoing this last year, and then it just sat here and I never did it anymore. So let me just turn my iron on and switch cameras and see how well we go. But I'm up to, I've done all the rest of my honeycombs. So I'm doing a mod honeycomb table runner. So last year we featured all our mod hexy ones, and since then we've done so many more different shapes. But I haven't actually made really samples of just just that simple little table runner. So this one's just using the 1-inch honeycombs, which is like the Lucy Boston shapes to make some Lucy Boston blocks. And I think I did 42, or I might have done 50. because if you get 42 in a mini charm pack, if you're working from a mini charm pack that has 42 little 2.5-inch squares, and then some of the charm packs we made had 50 in them, so that's another option. Anyway, I'm not quite sure. I did 42 or 50, something like that, whatever. And now I'm up to positioning them all on my background fabric. So I've got my piece of linen, which is I think 10 inches wide by half. This one's half width of fabric because all the linens are 54 inches wide, I think. So it's about 25 inches wide, just a nice little table runner. And then I folded it in half and I've creased my center line just so that I've got a starting point, and I creased my center here. So my first one is center and center. And then I just take my little spacer guide, but first of all, I'm just going to start laying them out so I can get my pattern idea happening. And I just used all scrappy Christmas fabrics, so I think we might have some of these cut, or we might not. And we've just about run out of time now. Donna had her last day today, and Lauren's on her own tomorrow. So unless Sandra can get any done on Monday, that's about it. It is what it is. Where's my center crease gone? I've got to keep on my center crease. So I've probably got a layout done on my computer on how this number of honeycombs goes nicely together. But anyway, we'll just do it here like this for now. And I can come back and change it if I need to. Just trying to get them fairly evenly spaced. What have I got? I need, oh, got that there. Oh, I did quite a few. This is going to go quite a way. I might be able to go to 4. 2, 2, 2, 2. I need 3 there. Two, 3 there. Still got more, so in the middle maybe I can do 5 here. Got 1 left over, but that's all right because I didn't actually pre-design this. And that looks like it's even, so I've got sort of fat in there. If I had 1 more, I could go there and there. And then it would be, maybe I'll do 1 more eventually, and then I could do it like that. But that looks all right, don't you think? You probably can't see quite all of it, but you're getting most of it. All right, so then I take, so the trick to Mod EP is the, oh, where did my screen go? Go away. Okay, is the permanent fabric flexible glue. So the Arlene's Fabric Fusion, it's a permanent fabric adhesive. It's clear and it's flexible, but it doesn't wash out. All the other glues we use, we wash out. This one is permanent because we actually want it to hold them down because we're not stitching them together. Hello, Sandrine. Normandy in France. Welcome. I think you're a first timer here. Okay, so this is the trick to the Mod EP method, is the permanent glue. So we started with the sew-line glue to glue our edges on. So we fused the papers onto the fabric, cut them out, glued the edges over with the sew-line. And then normally I'd use the Roxanne's to put it onto the background. But because we're not going to stitch these together or stitch them down fully, because it's a modern easy method. Hi, Diane. Then we use this permanent flexible fabric glue. So it dries and you don't even know it's in there. It's not like it's stiff or anything like that. So I'd already done those 3. So I'm going to pop my spacer guide on there just to make it quicker and easier. And then we're going to put little dots of glue around the edge of the seam allowance so that that is glued down and it can't pop out. And then I simply, once I've got that straight on there, line that up like that. So just little dots. Just have to get it down to the bottom. This might be nearly empty. It's all right. I've become prepared. Isn't that the Scouts thing? Always be prepared. With a new one. So maybe I just need to hang that upside down, sit that upside down to get the glue to the bottom. In the meantime, to save time, I will open a new packet. Because I know I'll use it up because I'm stingy, so I'll use up every little drop. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. Did we freeze? Did I miss a freeze? Oh, I know. I missed a freeze. Well, it must have been a quick one because I missed it. All right. So little dots around the seam allowance. Just tiny dots. We don't want to use too much. And then down there, down that one. So I can do every edge before I moved my spacer to the next one. Done all those. So I'm going to move over to here. Move down to here. And so on. So I'm not going to obviously make you sit here and watch me do the whole thing, although I'll try and lift it off carefully because it'll only take me another 10 minutes to finish it once we finish the live. And then it will be done for me to quickly quilt tomorrow or on the weekend between packing. Yes, I do have different spaces for different shapes. So we have diamond, we have hexagon, and what else do we have? That's all I think at the moment. Hexagon, diamond, and we also have, in the hexes, we have a 3/16 or a 1/8. So depending if you want a wider gap or the narrow gap, because it can actually look quite different. And the hexy ones we have in different sizes. Or you can get a set. And so on. So once I've got that all glued down and keeping it as straight as possible using my center crease and my spacer guide, and you can just do it, use your eye, you can just do it by eye, but it does help to keep it as even as possible. Do the papers wash out or soften? Yes, Andrea, the papers stay in there, and when you wash them, they the stiff bits dissolve and they just stay in there like a soft fiber. Do I deliver to the UK? Yes, I do, Janet, all the time. And did I miss anything else there? Will you have the glue pen with it? Yes, Elizabeth, we will, because they arrived yesterday. We didn't think they were going to come in time, but they did arrive yesterday. So, and no, Kerry Lee, so then I don't stitch at all. So there's no whip stitching all these together. What I will do now, once I've done this, I'll just layer it with some batting and a backing. And hi, Liz. And then I'm just going to quilt. I'm just going to quilt straight lines through, I'll probably go through the point and through each sort of across each side. And the quilting will give me an extra layer of insurance that they won't come off. The glue will keep them on, but as you can see, you've got loose corners and that there that come up. So we quilt that all down, but it also gives it a nice finishing effect. It just gives it a nice effect having the glue on there as well, the quilting on there as well. So I've got lots of different ones in hexes, but I only got a couple in honeycombs and diamonds to show you. So I was trying to get a couple more to do. A single pen is $8.75. There is a twin pack, and that is, this one's $15 for the twin pack. So $8.75 just for one. It does a fair bit. And $15 for the twin pack. So I guess that is better value if we've got them. I think we just got single ones though that arrived ready for AQC. So yeah, so that's a mod EP method. Used to call it mod hexes. Now I've had to change to mod EP because obviously we've moved on to more shapes than just hexes, which is a lot of fun. I have done some apple cores, and it's actually really hard to do a spacer for apple cores because the angle, the space changes as it goes. But anyway, I'm still working that one out. And diamonds. So I'll try and get another diamond one done as well, but we do have a diamond project, the Diamond Dilial project. A pack of spacers. The individual ones, I think, are just $4 or $5, Carlene. And the hexes are the only ones we do in multiple sizes, and they go up to $15 or $20, I think, to get the multiple sizes. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, really cool. Looks really good. As I said, these are just all scrappy Christmas fabrics. They weren't from a range. In fact, they were all cut from scraps of when I die cut hexes out of all these for the mod hexie ones last year, and it wasted all these bits on the edges. So that's why I thought I'd just use those all to try this one, and we'll have a nice little Christmas runner ready for Christmas. All right, so that is that. I'll be demonstrating that at AQC2 and talking about it in our talk. I'm going to lift this off so I can finish it afterwards. It's got a dry throat there. Claire, I need. No, Karen, I haven't found it. Gums up the needle at all. You don't even notice you're sewing through it. There's lots of ladies on here that have done honeycomb hokum last year, which was a project at ASA, and we've seen it since a similar way. It's honeycombs like that, but it's made into a project, and no one's ever said that they've had issues with it gumming up the needle. It's not a kit at the moment. No, you buy it all separately. So you buy the piece of linen, you buy the papers, you buy the glue pen, and then you can use just a mini charm pack. Works really well with mini charm packs. We'll have what we've got at AQC, and or you, as I said, you can just use scraps. So we've sort of got kits, but we sort of haven't, if you know what I mean. You can build your own kit. Build your own. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you is the second part of Sunshine and Lollipops is due out, well, I think it's today. My sister and my friend Sandra coming to the show from Perth. Oh, you're not coming, Janet? Never mind. They can shop for you. Send them with a shopping list. So I think the magazine was due to come out today, but anyway, we get a little sneak peek of the next one. Thanks, Robin. Yeah, no, I've never had any issue with it gumming the needle, and plenty of people have done it, so I don't think there's been an issue. So the block for the second part of Sunshine and Lollipops, if you're doing it, is the elephant. So it's this block here, which on the full quilt, so you've done that block there, and it's the next one underneath it here. So it's got the elephant and the cat with his little bow tie. So because I'm not going to be here next week when some of you might have your magazines, I thought, well, we'll go through it tonight, getting a little bit early. Hopefully I'm not doing the wrong thing, but I don't think so. It's all coming. And I do believe the magazine was to be released today on the 4th. So I've got all my pages, if you're getting the download version, printed them out and cut the edges off and taped it together into my full-size pattern sheet. And now I need to go to my applique pack and find my pieces. I'm not going to do it all, but there's my little cat. And I was just going to do the elephant. Have I got the elephant? Hopefully I have. Maybe, oh, here I can see his trunk. All right, so here's my elephant. And I need his ear. So, yes, that's his ear. And maybe I'll find this little mouse here to show you that, because that might be a little bit tricky. If I can find it. Now, Bentley has been in disgrace because he's gotten my applique pack a couple of times. So hopefully he hasn't eaten the mouse. Ah, that's the mouse. Yep, that's it there. Looks a bit strange, so it was a bit hard to see. All right, keeping my bits in there. Now, if you haven't started this one yet and you're still deciding whether you want to, I checked today and we've got 2 full kits left in the original fabrics. Or, of course, we've got plenty of, we have more of the stitchery panels coming. And we also have just a couple of the thread kits left. And, of course, if you have started or you've bought it and haven't started and want to switch to the templates, then poor old shed guy will just keep cutting until there's no more orders. This week we've been doing sets for Mexico. So the little old Australian homespun has reached all the fans in Mexico. Right, I'm not going to do the cat, I'm going to do the elephant and the little mouse. So I did find the fabrics they used this time, or Annie used, I shouldn't say are they, the fabric Annie used. So our elephant is going on to this. So shiny side down. And it doesn't matter if it got bent up in the packet because we're going to iron that down nice and flat. I just want to make sure I've got my seam allowance on every side. And then his ear is in this one. And the little mouse, probably doesn't matter what the little mouse is in. Let's just find a small scale print. Do him in the blue. Just needs to be small. So glue side down onto the wrong side of the fabric. Oops. Quick press to fuse that down. And then this one. Never print fit to page, Fiona. It's going to be, you have to have no scaling. So if it says page scaling or fit to page, you need it to be on none. We're taking a few packs, Tracy, to AQC. I just can't see the end of your comment. Shed guy is a keeper. I thought you said a legend. Keeper, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep him working there as long as we can. He's struggling a little bit these elephants are literally killing him. Monkeys and elephants. But anyway, okay. And I don't think, Fiona, they don't have like a test shape on the file, like a test 1-inch square or anything. So just be careful that you do make sure that you don't do fit to print. A4 paper, or if in the US, just leave it on letter. It will still be all right, but just do no page scaling, no fit to print. So I'm cutting out with this is the tiny one, so I'm cutting out with quite a small 1/4 inch seam allowance, more like 1/8 of an inch, using my lovely Karen K Buckley scissors. So they just go around the corners nicely, and then I'm going to clip into those inner points all the way to the inner point. If it was an inner curve, we wouldn't, but an inner point all the way. All right, that's him. And then our elephant ear. This one will be easy. It's nice big curves. So we can go a little bit bigger. Hello to Jo if she's watching. She's probably not, because she's somewhere up Arkaroola or Hawker, somewhere up in the Flinders Ranges, so I'm not quite sure what her reception's like. She could be stitching mini spots around a campfire, because she did take that project to do, or she could just be relaxing with a wine, having been out fossicking for rocks or gold. I don't know what they're going to find, but something exciting maybe. I don't think there's opals there, so I think it'll be like some sort of rock or gold, or maybe not gold. I can't remember what she said they might find. Okay, so again, just cutting out roughly. Yes, Sue wouldn't use anything else other than the Karen K Buckleys. We'll have those at AQC if you haven't tried them before. All right, it's always easier to work with a smaller piece of fabric. Okay, just gonna press that bottom bit down I didn't get. So now I'm going to start with the easy one. The ear's the easy one. If you haven't done this before, what are the scissors called? They're Karen K Buckley scissors, Paula, and they come, you can see Karen K Buckley there. They've got a serrated blade there, so it pulls the fabric in instead of pushing it away. They're beautiful. Oh, you're in the Flinders Ranges, Chris. I think I had actually looked it up last night where Arkaroola was, and like it's right at the very top, isn't it? I always think the Flinders is just like Port Augusta end, but I've never been any higher than that. In fact, I've only ever been there once for one night. Yeah, so back to the Karen K Buckleys. So there's lots of different sizes. These are the two that I use the most. The blue is the medium normal ones, and the orange are the multi-purpose. So you can meant to be able to cut your template plastic and everything with it. I use them both for applique paper and fabric. And yes, there is a large. The purple, I don't think I've got them here, is a larger one. So they're more like a dressmaking size if you're cutting like for dressmaking. The large, and then there's a pink in the same size too that is a multi-purpose in the large. And then there's little tiny green embroidery ones and red curved ones for trimming threads. So yes, they come in lots of sizes, Janine, but once you've tried one, you would never go back to anything else. They're amazing. Thanks, Donna. She just put the link in for you. Thank you. All right, so this one's going to be easy. So we just wind out a fabric glue pen, put the glue around the edge of the paper, use your fingernail, and just pinch and gather into that glue. And I always find under these lights it doesn't stick very well for some reason. I always put the glue on the paper because, one, it is easier to get on the paper. It just slides along like paper. But two, then I know it's away from the edge where I'm going to be stitching if I'm stitching by hand. But I've recently tried, when it hasn't stuck very well or when I've got really tiny pieces, putting it on the fabric instead. And that does work as well. So I'll just give that a press, set that, and there's his ear, all good to go. All right, I'm going to do the easy bits of the elephant first, but first of all I need to clip some corners. So in this here, it's going to be tricky up in here because it's going to get really narrow. So I'm going to go to about 1/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to go into each point. So I've got a little triangle there that I'm going to be able to glue over. In a curve here, I'm going to clip quite often, but not all the way to the paper. Just stop a couple of threads before it. Same with this one here. Quite often, but not all the way. And this one here. Almost to it, but just stop a thread short so that we can try and avoid having that raw thread. I've got this inner curve here. And when I'm gluing, if I still get little points, I can add more clips. And then we've got this inner curve here, which is quite gentle, so we don't need to clip as often. All right. Where my paper was coming off somewhere. Just a bit more press there. Right, so they're left or right-handed. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're multi, so you don't need to have a different one. Well, at least you're sewing, Andrea. At least you're sewing. So I'm going to start with the easy bit. So I'm going to do this big, long, straight edge here because that's just going to go really quickly. Okay, and there's a slight curve there. I can see there's a slight curve, so I'm just going to do one little clip so that's not pulling. And then just let that feed along the paper. And then I get to my curve here. I pick it up and do my pinch and gather. Okay, I've got a nice big straight stretch here, so that's going to be quick and simple. And a gentle curve here, so pinch and gather. Now I'm starting to get a bit more of a curve, but not too extreme. So I just let the fabric feed around the paper as I come around that curve. And there I am. That part's done. Pop a bit more there. And you can see there, got a nice curve around there. All my curves are lovely. All right, I'm going to just fold over this end. It's a square end, so that'll be fairly simple. Do you want me to zoom in or you can see okay? If I zoom in, I can zoom in, but then I have to make sure I stay on screen, that's all. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we are. And hopefully that doesn't make me freeze when I start playing around with it. All right, so now I'm going to come around this outer curve here. And again, that should be fairly simple. It's a fairly gentle curve. Now I'm just using my thumb. If your thumb doesn't work, we can get the tools, and I'm going to switch to the tools in a minute when we do the fiddly bits. But for now, on these gentle curves, I can just fold it and push down onto the glue, and it just feeds around the edge of the paper. Oops. So where we've snipped almost to the paper there, it's just come around nicely, and my raw thread is on the back side. My raw thread's not showing from the front. Now we've got another long straight leg. That'll be easy. This elephant's not too tricky at all, she says before we get to those tiny inner points. Okay, am I staying on screen? No. Again, a square edge here, so I'm going to fold that up and in. I'm just going to trim a bit more off this so it doesn't go outside this edge. And let's try this inner point. So I'll fold up to here. And I'm just going to grab my tools here so my hands aren't in the way and you can see what I'm doing. So in this corner here, I want to get that over where I've got that raw thread as best as possible. And then I've got my little triangle here. So I'm going to pull that right over and I've got my one little raw thread there. Just going to pull that over. And then when I stitch, I'm going to have to do a double couching stitch where that raw thread is, just so it doesn't poke out. And then back down this way. Switch back to my thumb because I'm quicker with it. Okay, let's fold this square end in. Am I staying on camera? I'll just make sure I stay on camera. Okay, back up his inside leg here. And this is where I've clipped almost to the paper, but not completely, so that it just pulls around that inner curve. Bentley's very relaxed, snoring away on his bed there, if you can hear that. And again, around that curve, I've done my clipping, so it's just pulling over nicely. Staying on screen. Now I'll just switch to the tool so you can watch again what I'm doing here. I could do it with my thumb, but it'll be in the way. So I'm pulling that all the way in as far as I can to get the little raw thread where I've snipped onto the back side. So it's not going to show from the front. And I've got my last little hoof to do. I possibly could have done that before I did the side. And there is our elephant. Now just come over and check if there's any bits that needed an extra snip, but that's pretty good. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see that. Look, there's our elephant all done. And his ear went, I'm just looking at the design sheet, about there. And there's our elephant all prepped, good to go. If any of these little tails are poking out here, when you're stitching it down, you just get your awl and just tuck that in, or your needle if you're doing it by hand, and tuck that in. Otherwise, he's good to rock sands down onto the background using your design sheet on top of your light box with the white background fabric over top. And then you can rock sand it all down. You'd be adding, you'd have him to do these little flowers as well, and then you'd get your ceramic pencil and trace all the writing while it's on the light box, the embroidery, and then you can lay it all out. I did actually do little hearts, these little tiny weeny hearts in paper as well, but I'm sure most of them will probably think you might just embroider those or stitch those because they're very tiny. You won't do that. Let's attempt this little bird because he's going to be tiny. Oh, it's not a bird, it's a mouse. It's a mouse. All right, so for this one, all edges are glued over. Do we want to go in a bit closer? Let's go in a bit closer. I'll try and stay on screen. I need to go up there a little bit. So I'm going to do the easy bit first. Always do the easy bit first. Gives you that little boost of confidence. Okay. And then up this side's not going to be too bad. We just need to pull that in at that corner. Don't worry if you've got a little tail sticking out, because again, we'll deal with that when you're stitching it down. I might do this side because that's going to be easy too. I'm really wussing out here doing the easy bits first. That's all right. Okay. Now this one is a point, so we're going to have a tail. So it's all right to do your first side. When we do the next side, we need to get that raw thread over in there. When we do this, we're folding on a fold, so I can't really feel it, so I've got to eyeball it a bit. And what's going to happen is you're going to have that tail sticking out there. So it does have a little nose on it, and I actually have cut the tiniest little circle in applique paper if you wanted to try and applique that. But again, I think you'd be Bailey's when you're doing this. Yes, that's why I'm having a gin. Hi, Debbie. Yep, go back on replay. So when you're stitching, you're going to stitch that point and you're going to tuck that under, but you're not going to get such a sharp point. But it's all right because it's got a little nose, a little round nose, which you can either try and applique because it's very tiny, but you could do it, or you could just embroider the nose, and then that will cover your point. So if your point's not perfect, it's not going to matter because he's got to put his little nose on. Now this one around here, though, has got a rounded tip instead, and it doesn't have anything to cover it. So let's see how we go. I'm actually just going to switch to my pointed end, and I'm going to pull around a tiny, tiny bit at a time onto that glue. And then here, I'm going to pull that raw thread in. All right, there's our little curved bit. And then this one, on the straight edge, I'll use my bevel and I need to get that little raw thread in there as best I can. And then when I get here, I'm going to make my point, one little thread at a time. And I just want to get a bit of glue there so I can pull that raw thread over. So this is going to be one of the trickiest ones you do. It is very tiny, but you can see that it's perfectly doable. So when I stitch that down, I've got some tails here that I'll just tuck under. Got a tail there that I'll tuck under. You won't get that perfectly sharp point because you've got a bit of fabric to get in there, but doesn't matter because it has a little circle over it. And then the rest is all done. But all these inner points here where we've got the risk of the raw thread, just do a double stitch and make sure that's couched down so it's not going to poke out. So there's the tiny little bunny. Mouse. I think it's a mouse. Don't you think it's a mouse? The mouse on the elephant? I'm pretty sure it's a mouse. And yeah, he sits on the top of the elephant. He has his little nose and his embroidery, his little legs and arms. Okay, so that's it for tonight for our demos. I won't be here next week because I will be at AQC, but I might see many of you there. So please say hello if you're there. Remind me who you are if I don't recognize you from your Facebook, your Facebook name, but I don't see your Facebook faces. Yeah, and did I miss any? Daisy, watch this to see how to use the tools I sent you for your birthday. Oh, okay, no, that's all right. That's see if I missed any comments. Oh, Sharon said her newsagent said they'll have it on Monday next week. So, and it's ready to download from the Homesum website today, printing it out now. There you go. So I didn't jump the gun. It is out today. Yeah. Yeah, so Trudy catching up in Melbourne because I won't be here on live. So I think that means I'll see you at AQC. And you too, Judy. Well, I'm going to see so many of it. It'll be lovely. We have our make and take at 11:30 each day or 11 each day. Some days are sold out. No, the mouse hasn't been eaten yet. There's still a chance. You can still order kits for AQC. Yes, if you go on the website, it'll tell you which days that we've got some left. I know there's plenty of Sunday, but I think maybe Thursday and Friday might be nearly sold out. One of them is sold out, and I saw a booking come for 3 today. So yeah, see how you go. But if you're there all 4 days, you can definitely come Sunday. Sunday's always slower, so you'll get a lot more attention there. Oh, see you there, Sharon. Yes, I'll see lots of you there. So I won't be there. I'll be back the next week, and then I think the week after that is Anzac Day, and I'm flying to Adelaide that night. So I'll be in and out for the next few weeks. And other than that, yeah, we'll see you all then, and hope we survive. I've got Donna, Bronwyn, Karen, and Claire helping out in various days at AQC. Actually, Donna, Karen and I are doing all of it, and then Bronwyn and Claire are helping out. So that's lovely that they offered to help and come and have some fun with us. Going to see Wicked on the Friday night, which is exciting. I always like to get a show in, and it's an amazing show. I have seen it 3 times, but I could always see that again. It's always a great show. And other than that, this weekend I'll be still sewing and packing. So ready for that big boat trip. All right. Hi, Cindy. About to finish. So you go back on replay. You can see the rest. Other than that, remember that Christmas gathering bookings in Hobart are open. So you grab your spot there. Adelaide Stitching Day, the bookings won't be open until a bit later. But, oh, okay, Christine, see you there. But mark the date in your calendar so that you don't miss out. I think it's the 8th of December. And, yeah, so next trip will be Chicks and Wallaroo after AQC. All right, we best draw a winner. If you're new here, Sue Dryman. Sue, that's you. So drop a line in, and we can get something there for you or pop in. Anything from the Gold Coast, as in, am I coming up to the Gold Coast for anything? No, I'm not, unfortunately. Come to Brisbane. I know everyone wants me in Queensland or Brisbane, but it's time. It takes so much. I've got so many trips on, but yes, I know you'd like me to go up there. Monique, are you new? I think you're new. Sue Dryman, are you here? Yes, you are here. Good, excellent. I was just about to check that. So there you go. Winner for tonight. Denise, am I seeing you at AQC or at Chicks? I'm seeing you at Chicks, I think. Come to New Zealand. I am coming to New Zealand, Angela. I'm teaching at Symposium in October. So I can see you there. Yes, so that'll be my first trip to New Zealand. So that's exciting, although I don't think I'll see anything other than Symposium because it's 5 full days of teaching, which is going to be pretty full on. Yeah, at Chicks. Yes, okay, Denise. See you at Chicks. That's your first one. That's good. So do you go to Symposium, Angela? Will I see you there, maybe? I know we've got a lot of New Zealanders coming to AQC because a lot of them have bought make and take kits. Lots, actually. Like a dozen from New Zealand have bought make and take kits. I love the seance bit at the end. Are you there? You lost me there. You lost me there, but never mind. All right, let's go. Oh, we made an hour, considering I had nothing to show you. Oh, good, Angela. I'll get to meet you there. Tell all your friends. I don't think they've opened the class bookings yet, just registrations. So I haven't seen that yet. Hi to Mum if you're watching. And I'm back to packing patterns tonight. So I better go and get back to work. All right. See you in a couple of weeks here or next week in Melbourne. Bye for now.